Imagine this: a single teaspoon of a very specific pure oil taken the right way each morning, functioning like a subtle master switch inside your body. Quietly, steadily, it can rekindle circulation exactly where you need it most, strengthen the integrity of your vascular system from the inside out, and help you reclaim that unmistakable sense of being yourself again after 60. Picture that small daily gesture producing a ripple, improved blood flow, clearer energy, and a restored confidence that shows up in how you move, speak, and connect with others. Now, hear me when I say this isn't wishful thinking, folklore, or an internet shortcut. This possibility stands on three pillars: centuries of traditional use, modern scientific research, and years of clinical observation. In my practice, I have seen men surprise themselves, their mornings, energy, and even self-assurance shifting simply by adding this one small habit into their routine and doing it consistently. Before we go deeper into the how and the why, do one simple thing for me. If this channel isn't already saved, subscribe and tap the notification bell. That way you'll receive weekly, practical, natural health strategies I share specifically for men who want clarity, evidence, and tools they can rely on. If what I described today rings true to something you've been quietly hoping for, leave a 1 in the comments. If you're skeptical or not convinced yet, put 0. I read every single comment. I learn from them and shape future advice around the real questions you ask. Let's address a common mistake head on. Out of desperation, many men turn to expensive medications, temporary fixes, or invasive procedures. Those options may offer quick results, but they often miss the root cause. They don't repair the foundation, the health of your blood vessels and the endothelium, that living lining inside your arteries that regulates blood flow, oxygen delivery, and ultimately your vitality. Ignoring the endothelium is like fixing the lights, but leaving the wiring damaged. The symptoms improve briefly, but the underlying problem remains. What if the true key to restoring strong, reliable circulation and supporting hormone balance wasn't hidden in a pill or a scalpel, but in something simple, commonplace, and surprisingly potent, something you likely already have in your kitchen? A golden traditional remedy that's been cherished for centuries, celebrated for its healing qualities, and consistently supported by scientific studies. That remedy is extra virgin olive oil, the real, cold-pressed, pure kind. Extra virgin olive oil, EVOO, is far more than a cooking ingredient. It's a medicinal food, an edible elixir for your blood vessels, hormones, skin, brain, and by extension, your sexual vitality. Let me unpack why a teaspoon each morning can be transformative for men over 60. First and most crucial, EVOO supports your body's production and activity of nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the master messenger that tells blood vessels to relax and widen. When nitric oxide levels fall, circulation slows, erections may weaken, and energy can feel muted. When nitric oxide is plentiful, blood flows more freely, including to the regions where it matters the most for sexual function. A small daily amount of high-quality EVOO taken on an empty stomach can begin to nourish the endothelial cells that produce nitric oxide, helping restore that vital signaling. Second, extra virgin olive oil is rich in polyphenols, powerful plant compounds such as oleoropin, hydroxytyrosol, and other phenolic molecules. These are not passive antioxidants. They act as active defenders that protect your arteries from chronic inflammation and oxidative stress, two major drivers of cardiovascular decline and erectile dysfunction. Think of these polyphenols as tiny repair crews riding in your bloodstream, dampening inflammation, scavenging damaging particles, and preserving the health of your vascular lining. Third, EVOO supplies healthy monounsaturated fats that are essential for absorbing fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K. These vitamins play crucial roles in hormone production, nerve function, cellular repair, and tissue resilience. Without adequate dietary fats, even a nutrient-rich diet can leave you undernourished at the cellular level. By providing those fats, EVOO helps your body use the vitamins you need to maintain testosterone balance, nerve health, and resilient tissue, all of which support better circulation and sexual function. But the details matter. It's not just take oil, it's which oil, how it's processed, and how you take it. Quality is everything. Always choose 100% pure, cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil. Look for bottles labeled first cold press or extra virgin that come in dark glass to protect the oil from light. Avoid cheap, clear bottled or blended oils that have often been stripped of their beneficial compounds. If a price looks suspiciously low, be cautious. You're not buying a fancy label, you're investing in your health. Timing and method are also important. Take 1 teaspoon first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. This maximizes absorption. The polyphenols and beneficial fats can reach your bloodstream quickly and begin to support your endothelium before other foods dilute their effects. To amplify the effect, add a small squeeze of fresh lemon juice for vitamin C. Vitamin C helps nitric oxide work more effectively, and a tiny pinch of black pepper for piperine, which enhances nutrient uptake. That simple trio, EVOO, lemon, and a whisper of black pepper, creates a synergy that magnifies the individual benefits. Consistency is where the real gains come from. Some men notice subtle improvements in energy or responsiveness within days, but the more meaningful and lasting changes, stabilized blood flow, improved endothelial function, and restored morning vitality, develop over weeks and months with daily practice. Treat this like brushing your teeth for your arteries, a short daily ritual that compounds into major long-term benefits. A clear note of realism. EVOO is not a miracle cure. It's a powerful, evidence-backed tool that works best as a part of a healthy lifestyle. Combine it with nutritious whole foods, regular movement, stress management strategies, and good sleep. When EVOO is used consistently within that framework, it can become an essential pillar of a natural routine that helps rewrite your health story after 60. Now, a few important safety and expectation points. Please pay attention. Individual responses vary. Every body is different. Some men may feel a lift in days, others may need several weeks or months before benefits accumulate. Your vascular history, diet, stress, medication use, and genetics all influence how quickly you respond. This variability is normal. It's not evidence of failure, it's simply biology doing its work at its own pace. This is not a substitute for necessary medical care. Extra virgin olive oil supports repair and resilience, but it will not reverse advanced disease overnight or replace appropriate medical treatment. It cannot heal severe nerve damage or substitute for cardiovascular intervention when those are needed. If you have significant medical conditions, diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, or sudden changes in erectile function, seek medical evaluation. Often, erectile changes are an early warning sign of cardiovascular trouble. Don't ignore those whispers from your body. Quality control is non-negotiable. Much of the olive oil sold widely is diluted or mishandled, losing the compounds that make it beneficial. Choose reputable producers, dark glass bottles, and oils labeled truly extra virgin. When in doubt, invest in better quality. You are investing in your health, not just the condiment. Digestive sensitivity can occur. Most men tolerate a teaspoon of EVOO easily, but a sensitive stomach may cause mild discomfort or looser stools at first. If that happens, take the teaspoon with a small piece of toast or a few steamed vegetables until your digestive system adapts. Start slowly and let your gut adjust rather than forcing a full dose immediately. Check interactions and medications. If you're on blood thinners or other medications, talk to your physician about adding daily olive oil because it can influence absorption or interact with certain treatments. Always loop your healthcare provider into changes you make to your daily regimen.
When men follow these practical guidelines, choosing high-quality EVOO, taking it correctly, and pairing it with healthy habits, the results can be inspiring. I'll share a brief example from my practice without naming anyone else. A 66-year-old man came in telling me he hadn't experienced morning erections in years. His confidence had shrunken and intimacy felt distant. We together introduced a daily teaspoon of cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil each morning, added short daily walks, and practiced simple breathing exercises to lower stress. 6 weeks later, he phoned the clinic, voice thick with emotion, to say he had woken up feeling like himself again. His partner noticed the change too. That improvement wasn't just physical, it rebuilt his confidence, his connection, and his sense of identity. This is the kind of real, human outcome I want for you. Measurable change that restores dignity and joy without false promises. So here's your challenge.
Starting tomorrow morning, take 1 teaspoon of high-quality extra virgin olive oil. Oil on an empty stomach. If you like, squeeze a little lemon and add a pinch of black pepper. Do this every morning for 30 days. Keep a simple journal. Note your energy, sleep quality, mood, and any changes in sexual confidence. Reassess at 30 days and track how you feel compared to day 1. Remember, you are not alone in this. Thousands of men are quietly choosing a natural, wise path back to health. Your vitality is not stolen by age. It can be rekindled with consistent, informed actions. Sometimes the spark comes from a modest source, a golden oil pressed from the fruit of the olive tree, used thoughtfully and regularly. Thank you for trusting me with your time. If this message resonated, like the video, subscribe, and consider sharing it with another man who might be struggling quietly. Let's build a community where men reclaim their strength together with dignity and practical wisdom. Stay strong, stay curious, and remember, you are not finished. Your best chapters can still be written.